All right, man. Look like UFC. Dana White has released Francis Ngannou. It will not match any contract offer, and they're gonna allow him to walk. Um, kind of disappointing. People want to see him and John Jones. Um, but since Dana White, Francis Ngannou reject deal to become the highest paid heavyweight in UFC history. And I'm pretty sure he has another path in mind. I'm pretty sure that's got to be what he got in mind. He knows where he's going. As far I'm pretty sure he do. Saturday was announced that the dispute and negotiations between UFC and its heavyweight champion had come to an end. And Ngannou turned down the UFC's offer for a contract renewal, White said, and left behind his heavyweight title for the chance to become arguably the biggest free agent in combat sports. According to White, Ngannou also left a lot of money on the table. Quote, we offered Francis a deal that would have made him the highest paid heavyweight in the history of the company, more than Brock Lesnar, more than anybody, and he turned the deal down. White told reporters at the UFC Fight Night 217 post-fight news conference, quote, we got to this point, and I've told you guys this before. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. I like Francis is in a place where I think Francis is in a place right now where he doesn't want to take a lot of risks. He feels in a good position where he can fight lesser opponents and make more money. So we're going to let him do that. We're going to release him from his contract. We're going to give up our rights to match, and he's going to go and do whatever he wants. That's where we at. So could be a negotiation tactic, could be the truth. But that's what they doing in boxing. He's probably, I know he know a few people in the boxing realm, and I'm pretty sure they telling him, well, shit, I fight Get Back Johnson, and I make that, and I make that easy. And he probably going around, listening to those guys, you know, and seeing what they bringing in for fighting a lot lesser opponent. He probably he probably wants that. That's probably what he wants. And so be it. So be it. You see the amount of money boxers getting and the percentages that they getting. Of course, he gonna want some of that. Of course, I gotta go out here and fight John Jones, and this is what they offer me. And you fighting this guy, and you getting, and he ain't even a champion, and this is what they giving you. Come on, common sense. He gotta do what's best for him, and that's what happened when you don't treat people right from the beginning. There's no loyalty involved there. You know what I'm saying? I fought for peanuts. Now I'm in a position to go make money on other companies. Not fight nobody, and they gonna let me box and do what the hell I want to do, and fight nobodies and pay me this amount of money. You want me to fight killers for this amount of money? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So at the end of the day, when you treat people right from the beginning, and check out our MMA playlist, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They got a sense of, even if it's not, even if it's false, but they feel like they got a sense of family. They got a sense of some type of loyalty towards you, even through the business. Because remember, you're not dealing with business savvy people. They don't really know the business. As they go on, they learn. It's like getting a car. As you drive cars, for years, you learn what cars you like, what cars you don't like. You learn more about what make the cars tweak, what's harder to work on, what you like, who handle better, who make better version of the cars, and so on. The same thing when you're going through, the music industry or the combat sports industry. You find out what you do and what you don't like and what you understand about the business. Oh man, this is what I gotta do. Here. Oh, this is where I should put this money out here. Oh, this is what I look for in the contract. And then Ngannou was in a position in where he I'm pretty sure he feel like he know enough of the business to he know enough of the business. He knows enough of the business. So, quite frankly, that's on them. That's on them. They allowed this to happen. And when you don't treat people right from the beginning, and then they start seeing, now they conversing and they getting out there and they meeting people and now they seeing what the UFC getting. You know what I'm saying? Or what PFL willing to pay, or what the boxers getting. Now, they don't feel any loyalty. Now they got to do what's best for them. You didn't treat me right from the beginning. F you. F you. F you. But if you treat somebody right from the beginning, even if it's half right, you warm, you show them some things, show them some love. But Dana White is going to come at a time where he's going to have to pay these people more. He created his competition. It's just like Bob Arum in boxing. He created his competition. Imagine if he took care of Oscar De La Hoya, took care of Floyd Mayweather. They created his biggest opposition right now. He could have cornered the market. That's why I believe. That's why I'm a wholehearted believer. What you put in this world is what you get out, alive or I'm guessing post life. And Dana White, so I don't think he wants to take a risk. I mean, apparently, a lot of boxers not taking a risk and making way more money than him, and they ain't even heavyweights. They ain't even heavyweights. And they saying that he possibly be headed over to PFL with Jake Paul, Christian Shields, and them. So it said December 12th. Here, I'll share this with y'all. And apparently, that Salary Games or Kane guys taking on John Jones. So it said that Francis Ngannou hit at the PFL, head to the PFL. So December 12th, the time of Ngannou's potential free agent status being reported. He stated that his second chapter was about to begin. The statement that carried many potential interpretations. For one, as simple as stating that he's prepared to start fresh after the new health post-knee surgery, up to some speculating that he was going to venture into boxing, which has long been one of his goals. However, on social media posts over the weekend, has many now wondering if his contract status is on the verge of being resolved, which it sounds like it is, but with the PFL, not with the UFC. Ngannou welcomed the new year by dropping social media posts with him dining with family. Among seated guests at the table was a woman conspicuously wearing a PFL t-shirt, while the other visible woman in attendance wore traditional African attire. So there you go. I mean, and also it sounds like the PFL, which kind of would kind of make this make sense. It sounds like the PFL is willing to let them box as well too, because you hear that with Jake Paul. He trying to do a mixed martial arts, but he also is trying to do a boxing match with Nate Diaz. So yeah, he trying to do a boxing match with Nate Diaz. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I ain't mad with you. Get your money, because at the end of the day, when all this is said and done, and everybody, you retired, ain't nobody gonna be willing to line up to pay your rent. Make sure your family good. That's up to you. So when you in professional sports, people don't look at it like you get all that money, you should be set for life. You got to understand, a lot of people live above their means. Think about that for a minute. A lot of people live above their means. That's a great habit, to always live below your means. And you not only do you gotta save it, more importantly, you gotta invest it. That's the big thing about it. Not only do you gotta save it, you gotta invest it. Excuse me. Where you put it into ventures that's gonna make you money down the line. And once you invest it, I think that's more important than actually saving. You got some financial gurus that don't believe in saving no money. And we're not gonna get into, we're not going to get into, their kind of meaning behind that, or why they believe. That's probably another day, another time, whatever. But yeah, that's important when you in a sport like this. Unless you getting rights to your TV, to your fights. But still, you want to have as many avenues as money as you can, you know. But but nonetheless, I mean, like I said before, he got to do his best for Francis. And if it's, fighting, lesser opposition for big money, that's the PFL fault. You know what I'm saying? That's the PFL problem now. Who knows? Maybe they could do something with the PFL, make a UFC crossover for Ngannou Jones, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And here John Jones saying he won like 30 million to fight. Apparently he coming back versus Siler Gane, the one that Ngannou beat. A lot of people thought, and he was going to whoop on Francis Ngannou. And he didn't. So he didn't. So yeah, Jones and John Ngannou title bout set, UFC release, and Ngannou. So I mean, UFC, they're a company that usually delivers the fights that fans want to see. They couldn't deliver this one, and now it's to the point where they're gonna release Ngannou. So I mean, that is what it is. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Comment on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. All my links are in the description. The first link is in the link tree is the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.